New Madden video game is coming out, and I have a lot of gripes with the ratings. I was very excited to talk to you about this because I was fired up last week when this came out. I want to start from the Steelers standpoint, and I'll go bigger picture. I want to say this right now. The fact that TJ Watt is a 96 overall and is not a 99 overall is an absolute joke. I know that this is, not a hot take or anything, but we're talking about a player who tied Michael Strahan's single season sack record and led the NFL on tackles for a loss last season, despite the fact that he played in 15 games, meaning he missed 2. In 3 of the games in which Watt played fewer than 50% of the team's defensive snaps. There was another game where he only played 55% of the team's defensive snaps. If he's not a 99 overall, I don't know who is. I have no problems putting Myles Garrett as a 99 overall. But the fact that the reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year is not a 99 overall, Madden, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, so you really can't look too much into the Madden rating, but Mark, I don't know what Madden is looking at, but when they say 99 and you have an Aaron Donald, and I think Aaron Donald should always be a 99. Yep. And the reason why I think Aaron Donald should be a 99 is because when you look at highlights and you look at game time decisions and clutch plays, either Aaron Donald was making a play or they will have 3 guys who always have an eye on Aaron Donald and trying to stop Aaron Donald. So, yes, but when you look at a TJ Watt and you look at how clutch he is, every time Pittsburgh needed a play, he gave Pittsburgh a play. Every time Pittsburgh needed a turnover, he gave Pittsburgh a turnover. And he wound up missing a couple of games and still tying for the Michael Strahan sack record says a lot about TJ Watt. Here's why I don't think they gave TJ Watt a 99. It's because they feel like he can rush every play if he's on the field. They don't feel like he can drop. They don't feel like he'll put himself in coverage. So they looking at it like, you know what, if a guy's playing 60 snaps and he's rushing the quarterback, let's say 55 snaps, he should get to the quarterback at some point in time. They're looking at it, if you put Aaron Donald, if you put a Myles Garrett, if you put any other guy who just have opportunities to rush the quarterback damn near every time, then you should get to the quarterback every time. If you let a Von Miller rush 60 times, and we saw what Von Miller was doing, then they look at it like that. But I just think the reason why they didn't give him a 99 because they always felt like, you know what, this is what he does. He does this very well. He gets to the quarterback if you let him. It's just out of 60 plays, 55 of them plays, if you just let him just be him, it's kind of tough to see other guys play other positions. And yes, I'm not taking anything away from TJ Watt. TJ Watt was the league's defensive MVP, and in my mind, he should have got a 99. But I'm looking at it from a Madden perspective and I'm asking myself why he didn't. So when I'm asking myself why he didn't, I'm answering myself as well. And this is just my personal opinion. This is just one of the reasons why I think they didn't give him a 99. So, when you have an outside linebacker who can just blitz down there every time, pushing 30 sacks should be into play. When you have outside linebackers, especially from that 3-4, like we had outside linebackers, James Harrison wound up being defensive league MVP for 1 year, but hell, he damn near led our defensive interceptions. So that's how you gotta look at it. We had Lamar on the other end, opposite of James Harrison. And if he didn't get hurt for the amount of games in his career, ain't no telling, he probably would have been defensive league MVP as well. So when you look at that, when I think Madden is looking at that, when they look at the 3-4 outside linebackers, they're looking at, okay, well, yeah, he does have the sack record, but how many more times where did they let him try to get to the quarterback than other outside linebackers? So, well, other than that, man, TJ Watt should have been a 99, Mark. That's exactly how I look at it. When you have a league MVP, defensive league MVP, that's saying a lot. And the man wound up missing a couple of games, so he would have shattered, Michael Strahan's sack record. So I'm looking at it like that. And regardless on the interceptions, when it comes down to forced fumbles, nobody does it better than TJ Watt in the NFL. So I'm just giving my perspective on why they didn't give him a 99.
Go back and watch our Taylor Talk segment from the Seattle Seahawks game, the strip sack forced fumble where TJ Watt's like triple teamed against the Seattle Seahawks late in that game. He forces the fumble against the Seahawks quarterback, Geno Smith. Just go back and watch that play to show what TJ Watt is capable of when he's legitimately being triple teamed, Ike. Watt is the lowest, it's the lowest Madden rating for a defensive player of the year winner in the last 8 seasons for Madden. So it's just like, okay, Madden, you can have this one.